Up to 4 years ago, if you wanted some information about the business, about any business, about a doctor, about an HVAC company, you would go on Google, you would search HVAC Texas, pretty much a generic search, and you will get a bunch of blue links. You will click on the link, and you will get most of the information on the business's website. Okay, maybe up till 5 years ago. And I mean all the information. The map, the opening hours, the certification, if it's a physician, if it's board certified, do they have specialties, bios, where did they go to school, if it's a merchant, their products, if it's a service provider, their service list, everything, images, videos. And businesses try their best, and they're still trying, it's still important, to be very impactful on the website. You come to my website, I'm going to give you all the information I have. I'm going to use very crafty words to entice you. I'm going to use the best images. I'm going to invest in my website because it's a sales tool for me. What happened was, and Yext, our partner, they gave us these stats. This is from a study they did on 1 million customers from February 2017, not too long ago, that actually businesses get 2.7 more views on other sites than on their site, right? Google My Business, Facebook, Yelp, MapQuest, even Yahoo Local, and not only those websites, which we all know, but also all the little, not little, but all the niche websites, the DocDoc, the Vitals, WebMD, Health. It could be other businesses. It could be restaurant-related businesses. It could be car info for the car industry. So you'll find out that when you do specific niche-related searches, many times you'll get the directory or the leading directory site in the top location on those searches, and not the merchant or the service provider you've been looking for. So hold on. I'm a business now. I'm a physician. I'm an HVAC company. It doesn't matter. I'm saying, oh my gosh, now I need to, all that effort that I put into my website, I need to put into all these locations online, because people are actually watching me there more than they do on my website? The answer is yes. And just to show you how impactful it is, this is data from, again, those 1 million customers. 334.4 million phone calls and 622.9 million directions in 2016 from other websites, not the business native organic website. All the directories and sites, the other websites, referred to Yext customers in 2016. These are actual phone calls and direction requests. This is massive. And it shows that it's much more. It's right, guys? I see people are saying massive. This is a ton of traffic, 2.7 more views. All those phone calls, all those requests get lost for businesses and physicians who are now out there with a full profile. And like we said, it's not just Google, Facebook, and Yelp. It's doctor niche websites, it's different map solutions, it's car websites, it's restaurant websites, it's specific small businesses dedicated websites. And we need to be there and provide all that information everywhere for the small business. Now why? We said why. One reason, we get more views there, so we need to be impactful there. If somebody finds us, find our client, and our client only has a name, phone, and number, and the category they're in, that's not impactful. That's nothing. We want to be impactful. We want to show images, videos, services. Just so you understand, when we enter all that information into the Yext knowledge engine, all that information distributed across the web, we're not just talking about a few details. We're talking about all the business services, products, credentials, insurance that they take, payment details that they take, Uber address to them, images, videos, obviously. So one is being impactful and converting. Second is, as we said, search is becoming much more focused. I'm looking for a Chinese restaurant. I'm looking at a Chinese restaurant near me. Right near me is a very is a search that a lot of people use today. Near me, with a veggie menu and gluten-free. Super focused. But people are doing these searches now, especially millennials, which have not evolved with the web like some of us who have been around before there was a www, and have embraced super focused search and voice search much faster than others. And they do these focus searches, but I find myself also doing near me focus searches more and more. Open now is is something that a lot of people do. Less than $3, like on Yelp filter, right? So you can start making those searches even on Google and other search engines. So if you don't provide all that information to a search engine, you don't exist. And like we said, rich content is impactful and you will use it to convert. Once you get found, you need to be impressive like your website, but everywhere, so you can convert. Just so we see some stats, 214% more Yelp page views. This is stats from Yelp, from a full profile than a profile that is fourth completed. Fourth completed is even more than name, phone, and number and category. 460% more listing views, right? And it's something easy peasy for us to do for the business. And I'm easy. So I hope you guys get how easy this is for us to be super impactful and help our clients. And this is just number one. Okay? Second thing is reviews. Reviews essentially today are considered reputation. If once we would not work with a business that didn't have a good reputation, today we would not work with a business that doesn't have good reviews. It's a fact, and the figures around that fact are absolutely insane. Just let me give you some stats. 90% of customers read online reviews before visiting a business. Just so we understand how important it is for people, for 90% of the people. 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. If 5 years ago or 7 years ago, you would have told me that I would trust person, I don't know, I might have horrible opinion of if I meet that person in reality, I would trust their review and ranking the same way I trust personal recommendations, I would laugh. But I'm not laughing anymore because this is reality. It's absolutely true, and we all do it. And these are true stats. And it's not just from this research. We see it across the board from every company that does research or deal with a mass amount of customers in the reputation space. We see the same numbers. 88% of customers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, which means they also trust negative reviews. That's the flip side. 72% of customers will take action after reading a positive review. Think about it for a second. They browse, but they don't take action. They browse, but they don't schedule an appointment. They browse, but they have not decided to take the keys and drive to the business before, even though they're happy with the offer. They looked at the website maybe, they looked at the listings, they like the services, they like the whatever you're going to buy or order, but not before I check the reviews. It's a showstopper. And once I check the reviews and I see, hey, it's 2.5 stars, forget about it. So it's actually a showstopper for purchases. And obviously we know that the most important aspects is reliability, expertise, and professionalism. when it comes to small businesses from a reputation perspective. And I'm showing you more stats in the training. Doctors are no different. Doctors are no different. When patients use online sites, 72% as the first step to find a new doctor. Okay, this is insane numbers. 90% of people, we just saw before, 90% of people look at reviews, right? 90% of customers read online reviews before visiting a business. 72% of people, as the first step to find a new doctor, look at reviews. Why? Because if review is important for my egg roll, it's definitely important for my hand or head or stomach or kid or wife and my loved ones. Obviously, 90% after I pick a doctor to validate my choice. So I already picked a doctor, let's say for my insurance network. Now I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to take a look. I'm going to check this doctor out on the web. Again, we all do it with a lot of different vendors. But looking at it from a numbers perspective and also numbers we can share with our clients, it's insane. And this is what I like the best. 9% to evaluate a doctor I'm already seeing. This is from a big research. 2,400 people were asked these questions over the research, and this specific question had 817 different responses from a statistically viable group. 9% evaluate a doctor I'm already seeing. Do you understand that means that 9% of doctors are at risk, even with patients they're already treating? They're in risk of losing them. If you get that, write 9%. Exactly. 9%. It's a huge number. A huge number, guys. It means that a ton of people look at doctors before they go to the doctors. I'm seeing 9% across the board. Marty's saying 1 out of 10 of your patients is ready to bail on you, Dr. Jones. Exactly the way that should be said. Marty kind of encapsulated the marketing sentence behind that number. 1 out of 10 of your patients is ready to bail on you, Dr. Jones. So not only will they not come to you, 1 out of 10 is going to leave you because of reviews, and you don't care? You don't care about those reviews? How can you not care? Obviously they care, they just don't have the time to be bothered. Willingness to go out of network for better reviewed doctor. We saw this in the training. I don't know if you guys remember, people were really excited about this number, so was I. This means, this statistics, and again, this is not just from this research. You'll find it if you search online, in many different places. 48% will go out of network, even though they know it's going to cost more money. They would go out of network for a better review doctor. When you first look at those numbers, you're saying, wow, half the people would do that. Where do they get the money? And then you kind of, I thought about my family, I thought about myself, and then I said, and I hope you guys live a healthy life, and none of you needs to be in a situation where you need to look for an expert doctor for a family member or for yourself. But when that happens, you know what? You don't care about an extra $1,000 or $2,000 if it's something serious, that is. It completely doesn't matter. You want the best. If there is a real issue, you want the best. You heard that doctor outside your network is better, and you're checking him online, and he seems like the best doctor in the world because he has a ton of reviews, and that's the person you want. So actually, that number, after I made that thought process, it made a lot of sense to me. I get it. So So the second thing is we went through the content. We explained you need to be impactful with content, and you need all that content to be found on search engines. And now we looked at reviews and we said, obviously reviews, people don't choose any vendor today, let alone a doctor, if they have bad or non-existing reviews. And Google, which is a third facet of this, will not rank you if you don't have prominence. Will not rank you high. And prominence is decided mainly by reviews. And everything, guys, is becoming more dispersed. So if once we thought, okay, we'll give all that information, Google will find it, and we'll search answers for Google on Google, and as focused as the searches are, because we give the information for Google on Google My Business and a bunch of other websites, Google will know the answer. What the reality is that some, not all, obviously Google still rules, but some search results, a lot more search results are now coming from other search AIs. People with Apple search for Siri. People with some people have Bing. I forget the name of their AI, Microsoft AI, but it's becoming more and more. They have their peripheral, and you can do searches from home like Google and with Echo, and obviously you have Amazon with Alexa and Echo. So you have Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Apple in the search game, and 50% of searches will be voice search by 2020, which means they're going to be much more focused because you don't have the visual aspect. So a search will be something like, I'm looking for an Italian restaurant that is open tonight around 10, and I can book a seat there, and they have a veggie menu, exactly like I'm doing now, by the way. The AI recognizes the fact that this is still part of the same search, but it's a deep dive into search, and it's more and more focused. But the information, where do they take it? Okay, if we're not searching on Google, let's say we're searching on Alexa, let's say we're searching on Microsoft, let's say we're searching on Siri. Where are they taking the information from? How would they know if I'm open? How would they know that I have a veggie menu? Google is not giving them that information. You can count on that. They're competitors. Where are they getting the information? So they're getting the information, much like Google, from tons of resources online, and mainly all those websites. So by having our information structured, rich, accurate across the web, we also protect ourselves from the disruption in search in terms of other search engines coming into play. And this is just going to get worse. So businesses that act now and have all their information everywhere, it doesn't matter if the search engine is mainly dependent on Yelp to do their small business review, mainly dependent on 3 other websites. If it's Facebook, that mainly depends on its own Facebook information. If it's Google, they're all taking their information. Doesn't matter where they're taking the information from. It's all the same. We have the same excellent profile everywhere, online with top reviews everywhere. So we're always going to get ranked high, meaning our clients are going to get ranked high no matter how many AI search engines, peripherals are going to come into play in the coming years. Okay? So let's recap. For all businesses, they need their information everywhere across the web to increase exposure, right? Because they get more exposure outside their website, and get found by search engines, because search engines are looking to do focused search, and they need a lot of information to do a focused search. If we don't say we have Blue Cross insurance, if a person searches for that, we won't be shown in the search results. Second, business need reach accurate data to convert searchers into buyers, right? They need to be impactful, impressive, like the doctor we showed, and provide search engines with structured data for focus in mobile searches. I know it's a bit repetitive, but it's important. Third, business needs a lot of top ranking reviews to get to search ranking and to convert searchers into buyers. Reviews rule both on search